If you're selling on Amazon, I'm sure you've noticed something feels, well, different lately. The old rules just aren't cutting it anymore, and costs seem to be climbing like crazy. Today, we are going to dive into exactly why that is, and more importantly, what you need to do to win. Because the entire world of how people discover products has been completely rewritten by AI.
So, the big question is, why are those old rules failing us now? For years, the playbook was super simple, right? Find a good keyword, bid more than your competitors, and just watch the sales roll in. But now, simply bidding harder is a fast track to just burning through your cash. The game has totally, fundamentally changed.
All right, let's really dig into the core problem here. Simply put, the old Amazon playbook is broken. It was built for a world where everything, and I mean everything, happened inside of Amazon's ecosystem. But those walls are starting to crumble.
Just think about the pain points you're probably feeling. CPCs, cost per clicks, are higher. There are more competitors for every single keyword than ever before. And we're talking big enterprise brands now. And all of this is putting insane pressure on your margins. The very system that once guaranteed you visibility if you were the highest bidder is now punishing that exact strategy.
So what's the real cause? What's going on under the hood? Well, it's not just more competition. The very idea of search has been completely reinvented. Your customer's journey to find a product, it no longer starts where you think it does.
This right here, this is the new reality of product discovery. As you can see, shoppers are now starting their journey on Google with AI overviews. They're asking ChatGPT for recommendations, or they're searching on TikTok and YouTube. Amazon is no longer the starting line. For a lot of people, it's now the final destination.
And here's the real gut punch. Because AI overviews on Google just answer questions directly at the top of the page, the number of organic clicks from search results has plummeted by 37%. That's traffic that isn't just shifting somewhere else. For a lot of sellers, it's just disappearing.
To compete in this new world, you need a totally new strategy, and that strategy is called Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO for short. The goal is no longer just to rank your product. No, the goal is to make your product the definitive answer that an AI gives to a customer's question.
Let's really break that down, because it's a huge shift. Traditional SEO was all about getting your product onto a long list and hopefully, somewhere near the top. Geo is about having an AI like ChatGPT or Google's Assistant look at all the options out there and say, based on what you need, this is the product you should buy. It's a massive shift from just ranking to actually being recommended.
Okay, so to win at Geo, you have to start thinking like an AI. It doesn't browse and scroll like a human does. It ingests and synthesizes data. And that means we have to completely change how we write our product listings.
Here's the thing. AI models are built to prioritize clarity and structure. They love bullet points, tables, and step-by-step guides. They're looking for factual, data-backed content and, this is a big one, external validation from reviews and articles. Those big, dense paragraphs of sales copy, they're getting ignored. Structured, easy-to-parse information is what gets featured.
Honestly, here's the best way to wrap your head around it. Think of an AI as your customer's personal shopper. It's been given a task: find the perfect product. Your Amazon listing is no longer a sales page for a human. It's the official briefing document this AI is going to read to make its decision. So you have to ask yourself, is your briefing clear enough to get picked?
Okay, so that's the challenge, and it's a big one. But now, let's get to the solution. The AI-ready playbook that's going to make your products AI-readable and ready for this new world of search. And the core of this whole new playbook is what we're calling the AI-Optimized Listing Framework, or AIO. And listen, this isn't about small tweaks. This is about fundamentally restructuring your product content from the ground up so you're speaking the language of AI.
It all starts with your title. The old way was just stuffing in as many keywords as possible. The new AI-optimized formula is specific, it's structured, and it's conversational. So instead of just dog water bottle, it becomes portable dog water bottle for hiking, leak-proof, one-hand use. See how that directly answers the kind of long, detailed questions an AI is looking for?
And that same logic applies directly to your bullet points. They need to follow a really clear, parsable structure that an AI can just eat up. Feature, which leads to a benefit, which you back up with proof or a specific use case. Leak-proof design becomes prevent spills in your bag, which is, of course, perfect for travel and hiking. An AI can instantly understand that logic and use it to make a solid recommendation.
So here it is, the 4-step plan. First, you've got to restructure your listings for AI. Second, you enhance your content with things like comparison tables and FAQs. But the real game changers, the steps that will put you way ahead of the competition, are steps 3 and 4. Build authority with content on external platforms and then drive that traffic back to your Amazon listings.
And this chart is exactly why that external traffic is so critical. The data is crystal clear on this. Traffic that you drive to an Amazon listing from an outside source, like a blog, a TikTok video, or a Google ad, is 3 times more likely to improve that listing's rank than traffic from an ad you run on Amazon. That is a massive lever. And here's how it all connects. When you build a real presence on TikTok, YouTube, and in blogs, you're sending these powerful signals back to Amazon's own ranking algorithm, what people call the A10 algorithm, that your brand has external authority. Amazon sees that and rewards it with better organic placement on its own site. It's as simple as that.
You know, this quote really just sums up the entire shift perfectly. It's not about optimizing for one search engine anymore. It's about optimizing for search, everywhere it happens. Your brand has to be the answer no matter where the question is being asked.
And all this leaves us with one final and really critical question you need to ask yourself. Is your brand built for Amazon's past, or is it built for the future of search? Because that future is already here.